Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Today I am doing some studies on composition and mostly hands. I'm just trying to study hands right now, but yeah, let's get on into it. I think I'm really just trying to figure out how to stylize these photos that I'm referencing. So I'm kind of tracing over them, kind of not. I think in a lot of studies where people copy photos, they are trying to get the shapes like in place to figure out how the photo works. I kind of already know how to do that, so I will make these shapes, but the whole like composition I already know, but yeah. I think I'm mostly just trying to figure out how to stylize it but keep it semi-realistic, which I think I do pretty well, but I don't know, you tell me. I think recently my art style has been sort of very stylized because I've been watching a lot of anime that has very stylized art styles, and whenever I'm inspired by something, I tend to copy it a lot. I think for a while I did art very realistic because I was copying like Loish and Ethan Becker, even though Ethan Becker's still slightly cartoonish, like his shapes and everything I like to copy, but you know, not the same. And I think I've been having a lot of trouble with drawing hands and not making them look flat or like janky, so I'm doing this practice just to sort of get out of that habit and draw hands in a more perspectified way. I don't know, in perspective, and not flat and in the main focus, you know, because I tend to hide hands a lot. Speaking of not being confident in something, I'm finally starting to be confident talking, like to a mic. It's still like slightly uncomfortable, and I think I sound weird a lot, but it's better than when I first started, and I feel comfortable making like little mistakes with my stutter. To you guys it might not really be a stutter, but to me it is. Sometimes it's worse than others. Anyways, sometimes I don't really know what to say about my art. Like right now, I don't really know what to say about my process. I start with the thing that I think is the most fun to draw, which sometimes is the hands, sometimes like the lips, or like the eyes or the jaw. I think right here I started with the jaw first because I love the way that it swooped down and the way that her chin was prominent but slightly like blocky, not blocky, but like you can see that straight line and how it curves up into the cheek, and I really love drawing like that, or drawing faces like that, because it's like so soft but like pouty, and it's very cute. But I don't know, to some people, is that interesting to you? Like, I'm not sure, but to me it is. So, but yeah, and then I go into drawing the eyes. Her eyes are gorgeous. I love drawing them. I love drawing eyes that are like, they have that eye bag, and then the bottom lashes. I added those. I added the bottom lashes because I thought it was cute. But it is. I think it is. And her hair. Her hair is really cute. I love drawing hair tucked behind ears, just because I love that the folds. It's like the folds in clothes too. I love drawing those a lot. Also, I record these videos without a script, so if it sounds weird, ignore it, please. Anyways, if a lot of you are asking, like, how do you improve your art, I really suggest going on Pinterest And even if you find photos that you think are not interesting to draw them. And sometimes you have to trace over them to sort of get the idea of how they work, but try and break down those shapes, the basic shapes, like what I do with the hair and with the eyes and the mouth. You have to break down the shapes to understand why they look the way they look and how they work together. Again, with like the boring photos, a lot of the time boring photos aren't boring, they're just very cohesive. I like it because I don't know, I think it stands out to me because it's very harmonized. Anyways, on to my favorite drawing of this batch. I really loved how dynamic this pose was, and I really enjoyed drawing the hands. This one I actually shaded and stuff because like I loved it that much. I didn't want to stop drawing. I tried to color it and decided it was a bad idea, so I took that out of the video. But yeah, it's my favorite. I think this is the most stylized drawing I have done yet in this video, because whenever there's a lot more on a drawing or to a drawing, it's easier on the eyes to make it look more simple, kind of like how it is in animation, how they simplify things to make it look more smooth. Like they tone it down just to like basic shapes. That's why a lot of animation that is realistic takes a very, very long time, and it's still stylized in a way. I'm gonna be honest, I have absolutely no idea how to draw and just shade. I haven't learned like focal points in shading and lighting, so I think that's one of the things I need to work on after this. But yeah, hopefully it still looks okay, because there's no going back now. Turning an on and off line art helps a lot with composition, by the way, just to let you guys know. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and please leave comments. I love comments, I love reading them. And thank you guys so much for watching again, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.